Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Today is Tuesday, January the 1st, 2019. Make sure you know it's relevant. Um, Welcome to Industrial Organizational Psychology, or IO Psychology. Okay? Um, First, let me tell you a little bit about who I am. I am from Wisconsin, all right? Originally from Wisconsin. I got a bachelor's and a master's up there in Wisconsin. Went out to New York, Long Island, New York. Got a PhD out of Stony Brook University. After I finished my PhD, I went out to Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Spent 2 more years, did a postdoctorate. Spent 4 years up at Missouri State University. It was a nice enough gig, but time to move on. And I've been down here in Texas for 12, 13 something. Long time. Hmm? Let's see. Yeah, welcome. That's great. Been married 20 years, etc. Got 2 children. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sure they'll be thrilled with you then. All right. So now, my office hours. My office is in NBC 110. I tend to be a morning guy. All right. There's my times. Um, know that this is an online course, but my office hours are for you too. I mean, why not make sure that you do? I mean, I am not just a talking head, right? I'm an actual physical human being that tends to inhabit NBC 110 during these times, right? It sounds a little creepy. All right. But yeah, come on in, find me. But if office hours aren't cutting it, you can send me emails. I'm very good with emails. I'm very quick usually, unless it somehow magically moves off my screen. But anyway, I'm usually really good. But I do not do telephones. It's unprofessional for me to give you a call on your personal phone line. It just seems like a recipe for trouble. So you can call and leave a message on my machine, but you ain't gonna get a reply. Okay, you want a reply, you send email. Okay. There. Sneaky. There. How about the other direction? If I need to communicate with you as either you as an individual or you as a collective group, I will send emails through your emails in Ramlink. Okay, and for most of you, it is whatever your name at TXWest, and so it's on you to check this email. If I send this out and you come back and say, but I didn't know, I have zero sympathy. Yes, you do. I mean, your job as a responsible adult is to check your messages and follow them accordingly. So I send them. If you don't like RAM mail and you want to forward it to something else, that's fine. But the moment I hit send and send to the RAM mail, you have that piece of information, and the responsibility is now on you, the adults. Okay, good. Textbooks. No textbooks. Okay? I don't like to assign textbooks simply because they cost a lot of money, right? And I don't want to drop that on you. But also, it's not fair because then some students have them and some don't, and I can't make plans about the course based on, etc. So I piece together information from many, many different sources, put it all together. There is a document up on Blackboard called Summary of Course Materials. And this Excel file will list every single thing, lecture note, outside reading, video, etc. It's a work in progress right now, okay? To be honest, I haven't taught this particular course in over 10 years, and I've never taught it as an online course. So this course is taking me a lot of preparation time. Here it is, like I said, January 1st, and I've been spending 4 hours a day for the last 3 weeks already just to get the thing off the ground. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in there, but it's definitely still a work in progress. Okay, so now what we find is in Blackboard, if you go to the left side, you'll find a link called Course Materials, and that will open up a folder that should say a folder within which will have folders Exam 1 materials, Exam 2 materials, Exam 3 materials, etc. And then within those, it'll be like Folder 1, Topic 1, welcome to I guess topic 1 would be background and history of IO Psych. And then inside of that folder, there'll be a lecture, there'll be etc., etc., etc. Okay? However, when I originally prepared this 7 years ago, I used an edition of this particular book. And so my lecture notes clearly are going to carry on from there and be developed further. But what I found when I checked this book out is the edition that I used over 10 years ago has the exact same set of chapters, the exact same flow. Of course, some of it's been updated. So if you can find, I had what do I got here? A third edition. I found this third edition for $3 or $4. It'll give you I kind of recommend you find one. I mean, you can do it. I think I bought this at Abe. No, this one I actually got off of eBay. Somehow I think it was $4 shipping included. I don't know how do they afford that, but anyway, get a copy. If you like textbooks, okay. I have enough stuff available, I think, up on Blackboard to work, but I think this might be helpful because some of the readings are specialized readings, and this might give you the overview of what the material is. All right, so it's on you. You want to go for it. Okay? I will create video lectures. Case in point, here's one, okay? And each and every lecture, once I have the videos, will have in this bottom corner here, right where my face was, a link to the videos up on YouTube, okay? At least this is a plan. Remember, I don't have this thing completely created yet. So that's the plan, is to put a link on each and every lecture, set of lecture notes that will tell you, click to where to go. So this is an online class, and therefore it's on you to be doing this work. So here is what I believe would be a successful way to go through this material. First, I think you should probably go through the PowerPoint presentations that will provide, okay, and kind of to get a sense of the flow of the material, the overall structure, some kind of way the ideas fit, something like that. Then read the assigned readings that are posted up on Blackboard, videos that might be up there. Then after you've done that, maybe look at the exam study aid. Okay, I'll talk more about those in a little bit. And the exam study aid will perhaps help you to identify things that might be important in that particular topic for you to pay attention to. And then watch the lectures that I will listen to me promising, will be creating. And in the video lecture should be just like this with the PowerPoint. So do it again. Then if you have questions, come and ask me. And then finally, complete the assignments that are associated with the topic. And I'll talk in more details a couple of slides up about the assignments. So in this course, there are 1,000 points, and it's 90, 80, 70, 60 to get an A, B, C, or D. And in this 1,000 points, half of them will come from the exams. There's going to be 3 exams worth 100 points each and a final worth 200. There's going to be a paper worth 200 points, and there are assignments. 15 topics, 15 assignments, 20 points each, all right, worth 300. So we'll start with these assignments, okay? As I said, each topic, 15 topics, an assignment worth 15 points, or 20 points apiece. And so what you need to do is download these assignments, and they're Microsoft Word documents. Download them, open them up in Microsoft Word or whatever program you use, and add your answers. Okay? Add your answers. Then what happens is the documents need to be uploaded back into the Turnitin link. And if you've managed to find the assignment, you'll find the Turnitin link right next to it in Blackboard. So it's in the course materials folders, etc. Go your way down. And then they need to be uploaded by the due date on the syllabus. Starting on January 27th, they're pretty much every Sunday night, there's going to be one due, except exam weeks. Okay? Because when exams are due, they're going to be due at Sunday night at midnight. And so in weeks with exams, then you'll find Thursdays they're due. But take a look at the syllabus. There is a list of dates, and if I were you, I would take my syllabus and I would load it up into my Microsoft Outlook calendar and bing, 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 set it up to give you reminders so that, you get a reminder 3 days before they're due. I don't know. It's on you. That's how I do it. Okay? So I can't tell you how much to write for these answers, but if you ever are tempted to write an answer, yes, that is not enough. That is never enough. A list of bullet points is not enough. Okay, you guys are college students. This course, it's technically $23.99, but it's essentially an upper level course. So I can't tell you the correct length, but I think These assignments are designed for perfection. That is, you do your work, you get perfect 20s. Straight up, okay? So hopefully these assignments include, these answers to these questions include a combination of facts and opinions. You can get facts above and beyond the material I provide for you. There is a World Wide Web available to you. There is a ton of information. I have provided some. Exams. Each exam is 25 multiple choice and a single essay, although there are 2 essays on the final exam. For each exam, there are study aids available, which kind of lay it out, question by question. Question 1 will be generally about this topic. It'll sort of give you an idea of what to be looking for. And in fact, on the exams, there are multiple essays to choose from, and your job is to pick the one that you prefer the best. Okay? So because you have the ability to choose the one you want, you know it ahead of time, I assume that the average average points on these is perfect. The average grade should be perfect, right? Now, this is pretty important, though, when it comes to exams. This is an online class, and there is a bit of on your honor here, okay, that you are on your honor. When you are taking your exams, I want you to be careful. There is, where does it say it? I swear I have that information. Oh, here, ha. This is it. Your exams are supposed to be just like if you were taking the class in a classroom, okay? There is a set amount of time, 75 minutes, okay? That after 75 or 90 for the final, after 75 minutes, they stop. They lock. You're done. Whatever you have done at that point is done, okay? And that is much like the classroom. And just like in the classroom, you are not allowed to call a friend. You are not allowed to look in the textbook. You are not allowed to find the answer on Google. These are not allowable things. They're not allowed during a regular class. They're not allowed here. These are just not acceptable. Okay? You can't look at anything. And one of the biggest no-nos. Now, I'll get to be careful. Now, if you want to type out your essays and write them out and plan them ahead of time, I'm thrilled. Okay? I'm thrilled. But what you cannot do is write them ahead of time and copy and paste them. Okay? You just can't do that. That is not an acceptable thing. You must not look at, consult any notes at all when constructing your essays on the exams. Okay? So be careful. And I mean, you're on your honor, but at the same time, Blackboard tells me an awful lot of stuff on my side. Okay, paper. Now, this slide is from a different class, but we'll have to wing it. Okay, so the paper is due April 24th. I at least fixed that one, I know, but look at that. In this paper, you will present an overview of some aspect of IO psychology. I'll fix it. All right. Looking at, maybe you'll find, yeah, guess what I have. Look, maybe you'll find, selection decision or personnel law. Maybe that's very interesting to you. Maybe you want to talk about, I don't know, the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act or something. You might want to talk about, background to this particular law, or what consequences happen as a result of it, or what the law was, or heck, you can write about anything. Personnel selection, criteria. What other kinds of chapters do I have? I forgot. Oh, stress and worker well-being. Yeah, absolutely. You can talk about the consequences of stress at work, or work-family conflicts, or organizational theory, like what's the best way to organize your company, or so many different here's a list of ideas. Okay, pretty much a very broad field. Anything you want. I want you to choose this and get excited about it. Okay. So, very cool stuff. And again, we'll talk more about that as this semester rolls on. Late papers. Yeah, it's maybe me being a curmudgeonly old man, but I'm telling you something. If I had a paper and it was due on Thursday, I'd be done on Monday. Okay? That's just the way I roll, and it is my opinion you should all roll that way too, because here is a fact. Shit happens. Technology glitches, somebody breaks their leg and you gotta go to the emergency room, or blah blah blah. Okay? That's what happens in life. It always does. If you write your paper on Monday, when that happens Thursday night, right? This class was Sunday night. That's right. This class is Sunday night for most of those assignments. So when, inevitably something happens on Sunday evening and you're like, oh shit, I can't get my assignment done. Guess what? If you did it on Wednesday, you don't got to worry about it. So I'm just telling you, plan ahead. I'm telling you, you look at the syllabus, it's got every single due date listed. You know them. You can put these into your Microsoft calendar. You can get... Anyway, I am a fast grader. I have set up my Outlook calendar so that every night, if there is an assignment due Sunday night at midnight, I have a reminder so that when I wake up Monday morning that says grade IO psychology. Okay? And so that's what I do. So be aware that I am a fast grader. This is not an English class, no. Writing counts, okay? I'm not an English prof, and it's not an English class, but the fact is that if you're a genius, but you can't convey that information to another human being, you're not a genius. It's just that simple, whether that communication be oral communication or written communication. If you can't communicate an idea, you are not a genius. So, very critically important. So, when I was in college, in fact, I had my mother proofread my papers, right? It was like, if mom couldn't understand them, it was because I didn't do a good job writing it. It's straightforward. So, take advantage of all of the things that you have available to you, including the Academic Success Center, including your friends, your colleagues, your parents, what do I know? But even yourself. I mean, read these things aloud to yourself, and often you're going to find what you hear, and you think, what did I just write? You can catch your own writing mistakes often if you read it yourself. Papers and assignments should be a combination of both facts and opinions, okay? They need to be informative, they need to be persuasive, they need to be facts, they need to be opinions. That's what critical thinkers do, and that's what we do. That's what we strive for at Texas Wesleyan, is critical thinkers. Late papers. Didn't I just say that? I just said that. Did I? Do I have it twice? Oh, I see. Ha, there we go. Attendance. Attendance doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's an online course. You'll find in Texas Wesleyan syllabi, they've got this long spiel on attendance policies, etc. I don't know what to say. Doesn't make a lot of sense. However, Blackboard does feed me information about your participation or logging in to Blackboard, etc. So, if you start skipping a lot of assignments and you're not logging into Blackboard, that equals non-attendance. Okay? So I will interpret the attendance policy based on, the best I can figure out. Extra credit, Bing, there's up to 20 points of extra credit in this course. You can get it a lot of ways. First, you can take the CITI ethical training. It's a little training program, a little bit about research ethics. Good stuff. It's worth extra credit in all my classes. You do it once. It's good for years. Okay, so it's a good one. Previously, we used the NIH training. So if you've already done the NIH training, well, then this counts. Don't do the CITI and one, just one, okay? And it counts. If you participate in research, you can get 5 points. If you attend the Maximize Your Major presentation, you can get 5 points. But you see, as I said, the CITI, at least for me, right? All my courses, you get extra credit, period. You can, across the board. But when you participate in research, you can only use it one time. Generally, when you participate in research, you will be asked at the end, which professor and which course would you like this to research to count toward? Okay? And so you can only pick one. Now, if you did 2 research projects and you wanted to put them both for this class, that's fine, that's great. But each one participation can go to one course. Same deal with the Maximize Your Major points, okay? One class can be used. You could, if you do 4 Maximize Your Majors and you give them all to me for IO Psych, that's great. But you can't use those for other courses then, okay? So, additionally, at the end of the course, you'll be asked to take the IDEA or end of course evaluations, and if the participation rate for the class is 90% or higher, there's another 5 points, and that's additional. Okay? Cheating, what can I say? Don't cheat, all right? Don't, just make my life easier. Well, there is a behavioral contract, okay, in the welcome folder somewhere up in there. And it needs to be downloaded. You need to read it. You need to go through it. Basically, it says, I will not cheat. Well, during the exam, I will not call a friend, etc., etc. Okay? And so you need to download this, print this, read this, and sign it, and find some way to submit it in, to turn it in. Right? Take a photograph of it and figure out a way. You guys are technologically savvy individuals. Find a way to submit it up into Blackboard. And the course schedule. I've got a course schedule listed up there, but again, it's an online course, and by definition, there's a good bit of flexibility. So the course schedule that we have listed in the syllabus is pretty much week by week rather than day by day. Of course, there's specific due dates, but it's week by week, and so it's on you to say, when during the week you choose to get the material done. All right. Oh, I still have 2 slides down there. Wow. Almost missed those bottom ones. Blackboard. Oh, duh. Get into Blackboard. It's an online class. You don't get into Blackboard, you're in trouble. You'll be in real trouble. I really think I have Blackboard very, very well organized. So I think you'll be able to find every single thing I prepared for you. And there it is. Other stuff. All right, Blackboard. There's a computer lab through the department office. The Academic Success Center is an excellent resource in the library to help you out. I take advantage of it. What can I say? So anyway, I'm looking forward to this IO psychology. As I said, I haven't taught this in 11 years now. So yeah, I'm going to have to pull my brain back out on this. As I said, I already put my whole lot of time into this. So we'll see. It's going to be a lot of work for both of us, right? All right. See you later, all right? See you on topic 1.